Guys, we're starting to see a trend with AMC. It's not stopping, and who knows where it's going to stop. The squeeze hasn't even happened yet, and there are people making boatloads of money, stacks on stacks of cash. Now, if you happen to be one of those people, congratulations. I really mean that because we've been at it for almost 6 months. That's a whole half of a year, especially with the pandemic and everything being closed, and whether you got laid off or got your hours cut. There really isn't anything to do as far as hanging out with your friends, depending on where you live, the state, the country, etc. But I know it could be really difficult when you're limited to staying at home, being cautious, taking precautions so you don't get, the COVID-19. So what has everybody been doing since then? Well, we've been invested in AMC, which is amazing. And it's been tough. It's been a tough journey right now. What's been going on with AMC is amazing. And we deserve each and every penny out of this, obviously, because there's so many stories. There's so many different people with different backgrounds, including myself, where we have goals, right? Where we want to accomplish what we want to do ultimately in our lives. And not have to worry about money, or not have to worry about debt, not have to worry about paying a mortgage, rents, car insurance, etc. And a lot of people are coming out out of the woodworks at this point, where they no longer have to worry about that sort of stuff. And it's just amazing to see that sort of outcome, the energy, and just the rally, which is, the AMC army, the ape army, the ape community. Is just freaking amazing to go on social media, Twitter, whatever platform you're on, and just to hear these stories. Like, this is it. There's no more, research to do. There's only news, and most of it is FUD anyways. But for the most part, like right now, we're heading into uncharted territories. I don't need to tell you that. Obviously, we did hit the high of 71, and we started off really great today. Right out of the market, we started off really, really great. And we saw a little bit of a gamma squeeze, obviously, with all those $40 calls, and now they're pushing up to 70 and above. And it's been amazing just being a part of this community. There's nothing the hedge funds, no matter what happens at the end of the day, they can't take this sort of feeling and emotional adventure or journey that each and every one of us has been a part of. Like, honestly, you can't take this. This is something money can't buy. And it's amazing because, I'm not the only one, and you're not the only one. There's millions and hundreds of thousands of us out there who, whether you invested last month, this past week, the beginning of the year, March, whatever the case may be, we have all come together for one important cause. And it's mostly because of two things: the belief that we can win this battle, that we could win the war one step at a time. Obviously, most of us were thinking this was going to happen like 2 or 3 months into the year. We're almost at the end of the first half. We are at the end of the first half of the year. And it's been crazy, especially the last 3 weeks. So we get it. We get it that we're running out of patience, but we've been reaping the reward. Obviously, the patience has paid off. Just to go on Matt's stream or Trey's, live stream, and to hear that people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, becoming instant millionaires. It's something straight out of a Hollywood movie, right? It's straight out of a book where, fantasy, where it's just like, to even see that amount of money in your account is beyond, anything you could possibly comprehend, because this sort of thing usually doesn't happen. And as I was watching the live stream and just hearing these people's stories and the reason why they were holding, including myself, I got really emotional. I even posted something on Twitter and I got really emotional. I got really teary-eyed because honestly, that's how I felt. I felt like, because of everybody and not just me, believing in each and every single one of us, our fellow apes, believing in AMC, diamond handing AMC, or even buying more shares at this point. adding more pressure to the short sellers, which they're bleeding so much money. I think they lost over $1 billion just today alone. To think they lost $1 billion all of last week and just for today, I mean, what more do you guys want? I don't want anything else other than the fact that I want to get paid. So, I mean, congratulations to each and every one of you guys. I freaking love you guys. This community has been nothing more than the best freaking experience, the best journey anybody could ever ask for in their lifetime. It's complete total strangers from across the world, just diamond handing AMC. And the only thing at this point that's stopping us from making any more money is folding and selling all of our shares. Now, does that mean you can't, sacrifice your gains and take a profit? No, go ahead. Everybody has however much their risk tolerance is that. If you want to cash out, nobody's going to blame you. You have your own financial, responsibilities. So, nobody's going to really hate because I think at this point, like I said, our patience is paid off. So what's waiting a few more days or maybe a week or two to keep diamond handing to see how far we could take this thing? And we're also doing it for the little guys, right? Like I made, I'm up $20,000 today. I'm up almost 30,000, since the price has been skyrocketing since last week. So, I mean, it's just to say that, yeah, I'm making money, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are making a boatload of money. And even right now, AMC is killing it in the after hours. So, one thing we got to ask ourselves is, obviously we're doing this for a specific reason. But there are a lot of apes out there, even including new apes, who want to get on the action. And do we owe them sort of a favor to kind of keep diamond handing to see how far we could do this? I mean, I think it's only a bonus, and it's safe to say that it pretty much is a bonus that if we keep diamond handing this baby, the possibilities of where AMC can land this week, like mark my words, I truly believe we could hit 100 by the end of the week. The rate it's been going, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could see 100 to end the week. And then not even counting next week when everybody starts getting paid, whether it's weekly or bi-weekly, and they get a break over the weekend, and then crypto goes up, and then people either sell or buy crypto, and then they just keep, switching positions, either sell their GameStop, half their GameStop, because still considering GameStop is doing so freaking well right now, like you could still sell half or even a quarter or maybe less than a quarter and then buy more shares of AMC. Like there's so many strategical ways to push AMC's price level past, anybody's imagination, but it's completely up to us. If we keep buying and diamond handing, even the little apes, the mini apes, the baby apes will come out profitable. Thousands, maybe tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, who knows? We see stories every single day. And like I said, to be right now at 68 in the after hours, and like I said, I invested another $1,400 into AMC yesterday on my Robinhood account. Just to show you guys, just to be transparent, I bought in at 31. At this point, I already doubled my money on this account. Whether you believe 68 today, on the 2nd of June is high, considering how AMC's been going, who's to say where the level, how cheap AMC could really get, because it doesn't seem to stop. Now, is this to say like we won't see, AMC dip down a little bit, $10, $15, $5, whatever it may be? We saw that today. So it's not to say that it's a safe bet that it's going to keep going up or that it's not going to consolidate. We've had days like that where on last Friday, we consolidated for the longest time, or I think it was on Tuesday, and then today we saw some pretty great action. So, I mean, there are going to be days where AMC is going to just trade sideways, or sometimes where it's going to dip down a little bit. But as long as we keep buying and just keep doing what we've been doing, diamond handing and buying more shares of AMC, like I said, there's no freaking limit to where AMC could potentially go. Now I'm over here on the AMC Stock subreddit, and just to give you guys an example here, I mean, there are people who have financial responsibilities, right? Like this guy is a provider of 5. This is the most money he's ever had in one at a time. And we haven't even squeezed, obviously, and he loves us. Obviously he says, let's go to the stars together, his first 10K. And it's great, right? Because everybody has, just a different background, a different way of life. And to be a provider of 5 and to make $10,000 is amazing. Other people who are single making $10,000 is amazing. But it's stories like this one where it just really makes it seem all worth it. Because not everybody has the same, again, background or advances in, however it is you started your life, right? Whether you're from rags to riches or the other way around, I think it just, as long as it resonates to you and it touches your heart, it just watching these people who just believed in AMC, believed that this thing was going to change their lives. Like, that's more than enough for me anyways, in this journey that has been just the greatest journey in the world. All worth it. Like waking up at 6:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock or 5:30 here on the West Coast. It just makes it all that much worth it, because at the end of the day, like I said, the one thing the hedge funds, the short sellers can't take away, no matter if the stock goes up or down, is our resilient resolve for sticking together, believing in AMC, ignoring the noise, all the naysayers, everybody who was talking trash, telling everybody it's a penny stock, it's a dollar stock, and still, holding the line, continuing to just put either your life savings, half your life savings, your checks, your family's money. At this point, like the money doesn't really matter, because everybody's just making a ridiculous amount. Like, would I be happy making $1 million? Who wouldn't be? But I mean, for me, it's more of somebody else who is in a more dire situation or in a more needing situation, where $1 million makes my $1 million feel like nothing, because I don't have 5 kids. My wife's pregnant and we're expecting a kid, but other than that, like, we have just like our most basic utility bills, insurance, rent, and all that stuff. But I mean, to hear a story where these kids are going to have a great future, either living out of poverty or switching from a dangerous neighborhood like this, these are the kind of stories that I love to hear anyways. I mean, it just depends on who you are and how big your heart is and what being part of the AMC army signifies. Like, there's no limit to how great these stories are coming out on Reddit, on Twitter. Look at this guy. I'm currently the richest person in my family. I'm currently 18 and the richest in my family, even though AMC hasn't even begun to squeeze yet. That alone should tell you a little bit about my background. I am an immigrant who came to America, look at that, to pursue the American dream, and I am finally in the process of doing it. I finally feel like I can make a difference in this world, and it's all because of you guys. I love you guys so freaking much. Hold for me because I hold for you. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, these stories, priceless. Regardless of how much money you have or make, $100, $1,000, $100,000, $1 million, $10 million, this should be enough, I guess, if you want to take a moral victory. Like, there are no words that I could put together, right, that could explain how happy that makes me feel. And I think as long as we keep diamond handing, right, no paper hands. If you want to take profit, fine, sell all of it. You know, whether you think you've had enough, fine. What I mean by paper hands is, enough for the stock to leave a dent and cause it to kind of fluctuate in the wrong direction. But we haven't really been hitting that sort of mark or anything like that. I know we've been seeing some companies like, Mudrick yesterday, idiots, completely sold their 8.5 million shares for, $285 million. So it's understandable that we're going to see dips and that we're going to see, some fluctuations in the market with AMC. But at the end of the day, if we just keep doing what we've been doing this whole entire time, sticking up for our fellow apes, sticking up for our fellow brothers and sisters out there, and just diamond handing the heck out of AMC and buying more shares, we're going to take so much profit and so much more. And these stories are just going to keep coming out, and they are going to be tearjerkers, guys. I promise you that. Most of these that I keep hearing are just freaking amazing, incredible stories from incredible people who, whether, again, a family of five, an immigrant following the American dream, they want to get out of a bad neighborhood, poverty, debt, medical debt, college, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's just going to spring a whole new generation of people. And that's, again, that in itself too is priceless. Whether this new generation, just apes, as we like to call ourselves, just grows out of proportion, right? And there's just like billions and billions of apes now, where we just feel like, okay, no more manipulation, no more corruption from the 1%, because we're in control right now. We're the ones that are going to decide how high the ceiling is for AMC, and that's the best part of it all. I just want to thank each and every one of you guys who have stuck with me, stuck with AMC. Anybody who's been diamond handing, buying more shares, I salute you. I congratulate you. If you're making money, it doesn't really matter at this point how much money you're making. Just keep hodling, diamond handing. If you have any more cash laying around that you want to invest in AMC, go for it, man. At this point, there's no stopping us. Again, there's no guarantee that we're going to keep ripping every single day. But the one thing we can guarantee is that the squeeze has not happened yet. And because they haven't covered their position or even bought their shares that they borrowed, again, we just, I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't want to tear up right now, but again, like where this baby could go, it just, there's no telling. But it's changing everybody's lives. It's changed my life. And I have nothing but respect and love for each and every one of you guys. Again, if you guys want to help out the channel, if you guys feel free to do so, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like if you guys want. I would really appreciate it. But with that being said, I think you guys already know that we've already won at this point. So we just have to find out how high the ceiling is. Once we do finally squeeze, whether it's the end of the week or next week, we'll soon find out. We could take a nice breath, a nice deep breath, and just relax and see how we open tomorrow in the pre-market. And then going into the weekend, hopefully everything will be just as amazing as it was this week. And then we'll get our Monday back because we had a 3-day weekend this past week. So we'll get that extra day back and even more time to make more plays, strategies, and moves. I've been your host, Tom Trading. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the next video. I hope you guys had a beautiful day in the market. And once again, happy hunting. Peace out.